What's going on, Sean? I see you. So I want to talk about something tonight. And the more and more I talk about this, the better I feel about things. Once again, the more I talk about this, the better I feel. So you guys are going to hear me talking about this for basically the entire week as I break down to you guys the perspective and narrative of why I'm getting the fuck out of the United States, and why I'm not, I'm not going to kid myself. And what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try my best to help you guys, put yourself in a position where if you want love, if you want a family, stay the fuck away from a modern woman. Stay away from a modern woman. Just stay away from them. I don't know how many times I got to say this. I don't know how many times I gotta break it down to you guys. The cancer that is modern women. So I'm gonna come at it like this. I'm gonna come at it like this. As I told you guys in the last, week or so, this week or whatever, I dropped a video, and I made the perspective of men have remained the same. We have not added no additives onto us. I have told you guys in the last week that we went from women to the independent woman, to the independent woman phase 2, to the Me Too movement, to the boss bitch, to the alpha woman, to the baddie. I mean, every other year, we're gonna, the modern woman is gonna add a title on to her name. And I'm gonna challenge all of you out there listening to this, go find the Mercedes W Cadillac. Go find it. Go find the Mercedes W Cadillac. The Mercedes BMW Cadillac. Go find it. Cars have evolved into cars, the electric car. That's it. In the last fucking 70 years. In the last 70 years, cars have evolved into 2 stages. From the original was electric, and then they went to gas, but then gas is when they gained their popularity. And then they went from gas cars, now they're trying to evolve to electric cars. All right? And TVs evolved from the tube to the flat screen. Actually, the tube to the, what was that? I forgot it went to that funny thing, didn't last long, then it went to the LED. Anyway, but it evolved from the tube into flat. 2 narratives. You have the original ways to cook food,
different ways the heated has evolved. We went from the food to the microwave. Now, air dry. 2 or 3 evolutions in cooking food. Women went through 6 or 7 different fucking phases in the last 30 years. In the last 30 years, women went through 10 fucking phases. We done seen the evolution. People, I'm gonna tell you, every time I watch videos of women overseas, I am so shocked because at 56 years old, I remember those women. I remember those women. I remember when you able to say hello to a woman. I remember when women wore afros. I remember when women was just so warm. Do you know that when I walk around in my day-to-day, I try my damnedest to avoid black women. I just don't want to be around them. They disgust me. And for any woman out there that want to say, y'all men discuss us too, you never had a man. So I want to be clear about something. I'm talking about modern women in their best image. Office attire. Still, you get in the mindset of a piece of shit. If they made any claims to what they are, et cetera, just let them go. Don't try to change them. Because I want to be clear about something. I didn't realize this 10 years ago. I would allow a woman to give me all these titles of what she was and didn't realize that you're not, those are married men. Family does not exist with modern women. Family does not exist when a woman starts layering herself with different types of woman that she is. They don't. They don't. A man, so here's the absolute ass narrative of modern women. Here's the absolute ass narrative of modern women. A street dude, you can look at a street dude and tell he's a street dude. If you can't look at him, the way he talks, street dude. A nerd, you can tell by what he is by talking to him. A nerd can dress like Steve Urkel, and you'll know he's a nerd. Or he can wear a suit, and you can go to a nerd and say something to him, and he'll be like, and he'll just go off. I do it all the time. I talk about things that I think is important. I remember when I lived I was living in a townhouse, and it was a woman that lived around the corner. She had a BMW, and when we started talking, I went to her thing because she was an insurance person, and the person that was inside the office with her, I would start talking about baseball cards and how I needed insurance for that, and she just didn't understand, and she was like, "Wow, you're getting so excited." And then the white girl that was in there was like, "Yeah, he sounds like he got some real good stuff. My brother collected," and then her and I started talking. But she said, "Gosh, you're getting all excited." I'm getting excited about my sports memorabilia collection. Of course, black woman, insurance lady, you don't know nothing about that. By the mere fact that I came in there wanting to get insurance on my sports memorabilia collection, you couldn't even digest that. Let me finish. So when I start talking, as she stated, you was getting all excited, right? You'll never know. You can't identify a modern woman. You can't. You know why? You know why? They are this way when they're with them. They are this way when they're with them, and they're that way with that. A non-mean nigga is a non-mean nigga all the time. A nerd is a nerd all the time. A modern woman will blend in with the culture of women and start slowly saying things to you that is against family. If they put someone else in front of you, if they put their job in front of you, if they got all these titles, they are a modern woman. And modern women wants nothing to do with family. You're wasting your time if you're in a relationship or trying to be involved with a modern woman. You're wasting your time. Let them be all the things that they want to be. Their boss is calling. Let them go to their boss. Let them run to whomever. Let them do whatever. Do not waste your time with a modern woman. And here's the funny thing about them. They have no idea that they are absolute worthless when it comes to a family, a man that wants a family. They have absolutely no inclination that the gig's up. I get it. You don't want a family. A relationship is assault to you. I get it. You know, as I always tell individuals. Let me tell y'all what I told Crystal Holman. Y'all remember Crystal Holman, yeah? 35-inch chest, 29-inch waist, massive 54-inch ass and hips. You know what I told Crystal Holman, who was not a modern woman, by the way, but she was a street chick. I told Crystal Holman, you'll understand what I mean when you turn 50. You'll get it when you turn 50. She got it when she turned 50. Women of color, especially, they are on decades delayed logic. If you meet one and they're doing their thing, listen. I'm not saying they are bad people. I'm not saying this. I'm just saying people, do y'all know 90% of all marriages in Vietnam are from men in America? Let me say that again. 90% of all marriages in Vietnam are to foreigners. Well, I said men of America. Well, foreigners. Men of America and outside the country. 90%. Don't be surprised if I move there. Right now, I'm looking at Johannesburg, but I might do, so let me go left and talk about that for a second. My thing is, I have dogs, and my man, the Ashley Show, I watch him, and he lives over in Thailand, and he's like, Vietnam is more friendly for pets than Thailand. I like Bangkok, but Vietnam is starting to look real good, and Johannesburg is looking good. But one of the things that I'm noticing about Africa is that there are lots of expats going over there creating groups. I don't want to be part of no American group. I'm leaving America because I'm not interested in being part of it's 200 of us in the group now. I want nothing to do with that. I want nothing to do with culture. I want nothing to do with American culture. I want to get out of America and take my place in life as I deserve. My style, my rhythm, as I told individuals, and I was always tell y'all, my love is designed for the 50s and 60s. My love is not designed for a modern woman. They see absolutely nothing wrong with how they are. They see absolutely nothing wrong with them saying, oh, this and that and this and that and this and that. They see nothing wrong with not giving birth to a child. They see nothing wrong with just constantly the man being the enemy. They see nothing wrong with that. Hey, I'm live streaming. I'll call you when I'm done, okay? Okay, all right. They see absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with, I don't want a child. There's nothing wrong. They see nothing wrong with that. So listen, do yourself a favor. As I just stated, and I'm gonna do a video about this later on. 90% of all marriages in Vietnam are to foreign men. Think about that. I'm not in a good position, y'all. I'm in a great position. I'm in a great position. At 56 years old, I'm retired. I have the retirement visa. I can get the retirement visa. My income, due to my military status, gives me another type of visa. I can go to the money that I have. I can take my bank account, put it into a bank account over in another country, and get instant citizenship. So I'm in a great position. And listen, I'm gonna just say this. Some countries say that if you put $40,000 into an account, you get instant citizenship. So there's visa, there's residency, and then there's citizenship. There's 3 levels of, going to another country. And so Vietnam offers dual citizenship. So I wouldn't have to denounce, I wouldn't have to denounce being an American. I can go over to Vietnam and also become a resident of Vietnam and have a separate visa. A separate passport for Vietnam. And listen, I didn't keep myself looking jiggy and fly to go to waste waiting for a modern American woman. I didn't. I didn't do that. I did not say I'm going to keep myself up to par and just to end up at 50 something years old and end up with a single mom that Ray done dug her out and she's just whore.com. I didn't keep myself preserved for that. I didn't keep myself preserved for chicks that get at me via, Facebook Messenger, chicks to get at me after they done ran and had their fun. And now, why, man, you ain't married, Chris? I want to be married. Why, man, you ain't married, Chris? Right. You done gave a baby to a no-good motherfucker. You done fucked nothing but married men. But now I get awarded the task of marriage. When you're all ready to get married, I'm the one that gets the thumbs up. I get the thumbs up now? Right. America is just, listen, I was looking at prices for Z4s. I said, I'll go over to another country. I'll sell all my cars, but the one car that I'll get me a Z4. I'll get me a Z4 and I'm good. But I'm glad that I'm constantly learning through videos. I'm glad that I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly learning about new ways. Let me just say this. So I'm going to therapy again. And going to therapy helped me understand that I was not and I am not wrong for feeling the way that I feel. And the reason why I don't have what I want is because I was the dummy. I was the dummy that's staying here in America. I'm the dummy. Excuse me. And I'm not going to be the dummy no more. Come the end of next year, I'm gone. I'm gone. I ain't got my phone in here, but I'm gonna show y'all tomorrow. My Z4, I've been paying $50 a day on that car. Every day I put $50 on it, so I can hurry up and pay it off and sell it or whatever. All my other cars. That's why I don't know if you've seen a video where the 7 Series just got a fresh coat of paint put on it and got some of the little nicks and things out of it. That's gone. I'm selling things and I'm going to another country. I'm getting out of here. I'll probably keep this house. What I might do is I might just cut all the trees in the back and get 2 small houses put on each side and rent those out. And then this be the main house and probably keep this empty or whatever and just rent out the 2 rentals in the back. And I'm going to do something. But I'm gonna keep the income from this house coming in, and that's how I'm gonna do it. But I'm getting the fuck out of here, man. Really, ain't nothing running me out of here but the women. Period. The women. I'm not interested in a woman here. I tell y'all, the next time I put my dick in a chick, she ain't gonna speak English. I meant that. I have absolutely no desire. None. I have no desire. I have none. I have no desire. I'm energy based. I put you based on your energy. And I cannot deal with these women with the perspective and narrative. It's like every they come up with some new fuck shit. Every other year, we gotta, Cardi B, you see what she's doing? She's married and pregnant by another man, and it's a flex and getting all this praise. Give me a second. And you can't get women to say, you don't think there's something wrong with Cardi B? Pause. You do know that Lizzo is now denouncing being fat? You do know she did an interview saying, I never liked being fat, I never did this, I never did that. As she sold the creatures that are Black women the perspective and narrative on be sloppy and love yourself. How many times are Black dumbass women gonna fall for that? When is the next fat, chunky, calorie kidnapper, big ass rotisserie bitch gonna pop up and say, love yourself, be this, be that? When is the next one? She might be here. I just got a reminder, she'll be here next week. I cracked myself up. For real. When is the next big, thick, robust bitch gonna say something like, oh, be fat, stank, love yourself, twerk whenever you can, because it's all about my butt. When? I'm done, y'all. And I'm glad that I'm looking at these videos, and these videos are giving me hope. When them mugs said, like I said, so I'm gonna break this down, then I'm gonna break this down and I'm gonna get out of here. So when I first was thinking about moving, it was just Panama. Panama was the only country on the list. The only country on the list. I was going to Panama. Then I just stopped, I put it on the back burner. And then now it's me making moves to make it happen. But then the woman Sabu here on YouTube, I seen that she moved to Johannesburg. I was like, oh shit, I followed that woman, and went and looked at her old videos, made sure it was her, looked at the video. She was like, yeah, you know me, I was on YouTube. My story is we just up and moved to Johannesburg. I was like, holy shit. Wasn't thinking about Johannesburg. Most Def, Yasembe, he moved to Cape Town, which is Cape Town, South Africa, Johannesburg, South Africa. So I'm looking at videos. I must have looked at about 300 videos on other countries. About Panama had about 225 of them. Johannesburg, South Africa had about 20. And then Thailand had the rest. So 55, I must look at 55 Thailand, 25 Johannesburg, and 225 Panama. So I was like getting the feel of each country, right? So then there's this dude called Lord something. He travels from country to country. And I realized that when me being an intellect, the dude Lord that does videos, he was more of a homeboy. I didn't like looking at his videos because I'm like, bro, I don't need a nigga perspective on moving. I don't really need to listen to people that bought houses, and I need to be taught the real estate. I need to be taught, can I buy a house? In Africa, you can lease the land for 199 years. In Panama, you can buy, same thing, you can't buy the land, but in Africa, you can also buy the land. You can lease it for 99 years, or you can buy the land along with the house. So I was like, cool. So I decided to look at the Lord over the weekend, over the weekend, or last week. I decided to look at the Lord guy. And he did a video about Panama. And he said, this is why I don't like Panama. He said, Panama uses US currency, so there's no exchange rate. So I'm like, so he said, you come to Panama and you go get a burger, that shit costs $20. People, you can go to Thailand and $20 will feed you for 2.5 days. They don't have $20 burgers. And the reason why they don't have $20 burgers is because of the exchange rate. One of our dollars is like 32 of theirs. So a meal is like $3 American for a meal. But they give you so many per dollar, you got to break it down. So I'm like, hold. So then I was like, wow. So then I thought about it. In Africa, one of our dollars is 17 of their dollars. So you can go to the club and you can drink, their money is $17, and you can give them $1 US. They take both. And it's like, holy smokes. But I was listening to the girl Sabu over the weekend. And this is why I scratched Panama off the list. I looked at the video that she did after her 1-year stay in South Africa. And so she broke it down. She said, we sold our house in Atlanta. When we sold our house, we came here with the money that we got when we sold our house and brought a house straight up cash and brought a card. And she said, we're debt free with the money that we got when we sold because of the exchange rate. Then she said, we still got our business in the US. And she kind of made a face when she did it, like she really don't want to brag, but she was like, I want to tell y'all something. We still have our business in the US. And the exchange rate, when you bring money over here to Africa, we're living off of the dividends off of the money that we're bringing here to Africa. And when she said that, I was like, whoa, what? And then I had to think. Remember when I was a kid? When I was a kid. And I remember a lot of Puerto Ricans would come over to the US, they would work, send money back over to Puerto Rico. And then when they get older, they would retire and move back to Puerto Rico. So it was always going on. I just didn't put 2 and 2 together. So now I'm retired, technically. And I get this big fat check from the government every month, my retirement check. And I did the math. And I'm saying to myself, whoa. I can go move over there and like she said, and I can do my company. I do the League of Dads over email anyway. So it wouldn't be no problem. Put all that together and put all this together with the fact that American women, these modern women, I'm just not going to get what I want. And it's not about the money with me. I'm going to stop lying to myself. Me moving out of America has more to do with the fact that as a man that truly wants a family, I'm not going to have one in America. I'm just not. So like I said, 40%, 90% of all marriages in Vietnam are from foreigners, foreign men. All right? And I'm going to end it with this, then I'm going to boogie on out of here. I don't know if I told y'all this. I seen a video of a woman making a perspective and narrative about women when they hit 40, 45 years old, how they don't want family because they're stubborn like that and they don't think nothing beyond themselves, beyond themselves. Then she said, you could take a man. He can be 30 and want a family, 40, still want a family, 50, still want a family. She said that man will be 70 years old and still want a family. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Is that going to be me? Of course it's going to be me. Unless I bring about change. Of course it's going to be me. Unless I change the narrative. Women, modern women that is, they're not jumping in line to give a good man a baby. They're jumping in line to give fuck niggas, no good niggas, individuals that already got 5 kids by 5 different women. They're lining up to give those motherfuckers babies. Ain't nobody lining up to give a man like me a baby. Ain't no woman lining up to give a man like me a family. All right? And I know that.